Excuse me. Good morning, everybody. Pastor Stitch, Narrow Path Christian Church, VC, Bay City, Michigan. Welcome to the Biker Devotional. I'm sitting here and I'm tired today. So I'm sitting here and I'm thinking and I'm doing my devotion time and I'm wondering what I'm going to share with you. And in my community that I live in, there's been a lot of hurt, a lot of pain, a lot of suffering. I'm betting it's the same for you. I'm betting you're tired. Maybe not. I hope not. I hope I am the only one experiencing this in my life. But I'm betting that some of you understand. When life gets really tough and you can't even come to the point where you understand. You're wondering, what's happening to us? What's happening in our worlds? We can't even have water without buying it. We can't have heat in our house. We can't seem to travel down the road without danger. We can't do anything without any struggle at all. Have you ever experienced that? Do you know what that's like? Well, the prophet Jeremiah knew that well. And in Jeremiah chapter 5, in Lamentations chapter 5, Jeremiah cries out distress about his people and his life and how difficult things are. And I got to thinking about it today. And we often think that we need to hold on to all of that, stuff it down and just say, oh, but God's plan is better than ours. And I want to tell you something. That's crap. If David, the man who God loved, dearly loved, Jeremiah, one of the greatest prophets of the Old Testament, could cry out to God in lament about what's going on in their lives and say, God, I don't understand this. This is what's going on. Are you going to do anything? Don't you think it's okay for you to do the same? Now, I want to remind you that every person in the Bible that cries out to God in those ways also remembers who God is. They ask God for a blessing. They ask God for deliverance, but they do it with reverence. And so while you're crying out to God, you need to have words like these. You, Yahweh, are enthroned forever. Your throne endures from generation to generation. David always said, you're my foundation, you're my rock, you're my fortress, he would always put God in the place of authority in his life. But he didn't hold back in his pain. Jeremiah didn't either. The last three verses of Jeremiah chapter 5 say this. Why have you forgotten us forever, abandoned us for our entire lives? Yahweh, restore us to yourself so we may return. Renew our days as in former times, unless you've completely rejected us and are intensely angry with us. Sometimes we forget. God wants us to pour out our pain to him. He wants to hear what we're feeling in the moment so he can come in and comfort. So he can come in and heal. Oftentimes he waits just for that moment. So yes, it's okay to feel the pain. Matter of fact, in recovery, we tell you if you don't feel it, you can't heal it. In your life, most of your pain is because you stuffed it down and you tried to medicate it. You tried to cover it up. You tried to bury it. You tried to not deal with it. In recovery, you have to learn to handle it, to look at it, to feel it, to address it, to prosper in it, to put God in authority over it. And when you do that, even though you're feeling the pain, and you have the ability to cry it out to God, and it hurts, it really does. you start to see a change. And you start to understand that what God wants is for us to worship him. Put him in his proper place, and he'll do the things that need to be done in our lives. I hope I encourage just one today. I love you all. I hope you have a great day. God bless.